welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling a stack of sources making a pretty startling claim that getting rich isn't about luck or fighting for scraps, but it's actually an exact science.
Yeah, an exact science, like chemistry or physics.
Exactly. Our mission is to unpack this material, which basically says wealth follows natural laws, and if you follow them precisely, you literally cannot fail.
It's quite the promise, and they stress it's pragmatical, not philosophical, meaning it's all about getting results. You do X, you get Y, almost like, I don't know, spiritual thermodynamics.
Spiritual thermodynamics, I like that. Okay, let's get into the foundation. It all seems to hinge on this monistic theory. Now, that sounds heavy, maybe a bit academic for some folks. Can you break down what monism and this formless substance actually mean here?
Sure, it's really the bedrock. The core idea is that there's only one original substance. It's thinking, it's formless, and everything you see, everything that exists comes from it.
So not empty space, but like potential.
Exactly. Think of it as intelligent, creative, living Play-Doh that fills the entire universe waiting to be shaped. It's not dead matter, it's alive.
Okay. And why does that matter for, paying the bills?
Because if you accept that, then your thoughts aren't just random noise in your head.
Yeah.
They're the tool. They're how you interact with and impress a form onto that living substance.
Okay. So your thinking directly impacts this universal stuff.
Precisely. And that leads us straight into what might be the most radical part, the ethics of it.
Right. The sources claim having money isn't just nice, it's an inalienable right. Necessary even for being fully human.
It does sound jarring, doesn't it? The argument goes like this. The whole point of life is growth, development, increase. Mentally, spiritually, physically.
And physical growth needs things, stuff.
Things, experiences, resources. And getting those things requires money in our world. So according to this view, not aiming for the resources you need to fully express yourself is actually, and they use the word sinful.
Sinful. Wow. Okay, hang on. Isn't that just incredibly self-centered? We usually hear that being content with little is a virtue, right? That chasing wealth is kind of spiritually dodgy. This flips that completely.
It does. It absolutely flips it. The justification ties back to monism. If the universe itself is always pushing for more life, more expression, then you, as part of it, seeking more life through material means, is actually cooperating with the universe's purpose.
So it's not taking from others, it's participating in creation.
That's the frame. You're not fighting over a limited pie. You're drawing from an infinite source to create more for everyone, starting with yourself.
Okay, interesting reframe. Let's get practical then. This creative mindset. If this formless substance responds to thought, the first big step is learning to think in a certain way. What is that certain way?
It's everything. That specific way of thinking is non-negotiable in this system. Thought is literally the only power that can take this formless potential and turn it into tangible riches. Because the substance supposedly takes the exact form of the thought you impress upon it. It's not just wishing, it's described more like an energetic command, like telling the clay what shape to become.
And that command needs clarity. The sources say you need a clear and definite mental picture. No vague stuff like, I want to be wealthy.
Absolutely not. Vague thoughts get vague results, or none. You need sharp detail. What exactly do you want? What will you do with it? Picture the house, the trip, the business.
And just having the picture isn't enough.
Right.
Right, there's more.
Two more crucial things. Behind that clear image, you need a fixed purpose, a determined intention to get it, and unwavering faith that it's already yours. Like, it's en route, it's practically here.
That's the mental ownership piece they talk about.
That's it. You have to mentally live in the new house, use the new things, feel the reality of it now in your imagination with total faith, acting as if.
Okay, that sounds intense.
It is. And here's the big trap where most people supposedly fail. Competitive thought.
What do they mean by that?
The second you start thinking about limited supply, worrying about the economy, the job market, feeling like someone else's success means less for you, getting mad at banks or big companies hoarding wealth, you instantly drop out of that creative mindset. You shift from creation mode to competition mode.
And competition mode is bad here.
Fatal, according to this. Because you start thinking lack, limitation. You're working with the idea of a fixed pie again. That stops the creative process you started. Your focus must stay on creation from the formless.
And part of that creation focus is making sure others benefit too.
Critically, you have to structure things so that everyone you deal with, customers, employees, partners, gets more use value than the cash value they give you. You have to contribute to their increase too. Always add more life. Be a fountain, not a drain.
Wow. Okay, so maintaining that creative focus, that pure mental picture,
Yeah.
it sounds like it needs constant vigilance,
Right.
like guarding your mind 24/7. How do you deal with all the negativity out there, the news, social media?
You have to practice thinking truth regardless of appearances. That means consciously deciding not to fill your mind with images of poverty, disaster, lack, or limitation.
So turn off the news, avoid certain people.
Essentially, yes. Or at least don't dwell on it. Because looking at the appearance of poverty or struggle creates those forms in your own mind, which you then impress on the substance. You end up attracting what you're focusing on, even if it's fear or worry.
But that requires some serious mental discipline.
Okay, this leads us nicely into the next big piece, the law of gratitude. This seems to be the glue holding the whole positive mindset together.
You could say that. Gratitude is presented as maybe the single most vital part of the whole mental adjustment. It's what keeps you connected in harmony with that formless intelligence.
And it's not just about being polite or feeling nice, it's a law, like gravity.
Exactly like that. They frame it based on the physical principle. Action and reaction are always equal and opposite.
How does that apply to being thankful? Your grateful thought, your thankful praise reaching out, that's an action. It's a release of positive force. That force must reach the intelligence it's directed towards.
In the reaction.
The reaction is an instantaneous movement of the things you desire toward you. So the more genuine, constant, and deep your gratitude, the stronger and more continuous the flow of good things back to you. It's like keeping a circuit open.
So gratitude literally draws things to you and keeps your mind fixed on abundance, stopping you from slipping back into that competitive lack-based thinking.
That's the idea. It keeps you focused on the best, so you expect the best, and therefore you tend to receive the best. It constantly reinforces your connection to the source of supply.
And this is also where faith comes from.
Yes, faith is born of gratitude. When you're consistently grateful, you start genuinely expecting good things. That expectation, when it becomes constant and confident, is faith.
So the ultimate act of faith is being truly thankful for things you only have in your imagination so far.
Precisely. Thanking the source for the good that you know is on its way, even before there's any physical evidence. That takes practice.
No kidding. Now here's where it gets really counterintuitive for me. We're told to be grateful for everything good, fine. But then it says include all things in your gratitude. Even things that look like obstacles, like the annoying boss, the competition, the politicians. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously. And this is tough for a lot of people to swallow. The reasoning isn't that you approve of everything they do. It's that from this exact science perspective, everything, even the apparent obstacles or unpleasant players, are part of the complex system that is ultimately working to bring you your good.
How? How can a crooked politician be helping me get rich?
The idea is they are part of arranging the lines of transmission. They're actors on the stage, part of the currents of commerce and society through which your desired things will eventually flow. By including them in your gratitude, you're harmonizing yourself with the entire system, acknowledging the good potential in everything, and refusing to fall back into competitive resentment.
Okay? That requires seeing the world through a very particular, very trusting lens. It's about staying purely creative no matter what seems to be happening.
Exactly. You stay aligned with the universal push for increase, trusting the process, even when the details look messy.
All right, let's shift gears to the final, crucial piece. All this thinking, visualizing, feeling grateful. It's not enough on its own, is it? The sources are really strong on efficient action.
Absolutely critical. This is the rock, they say, upon which many otherwise scientific metaphysical thinkers meet shipwreck. You can visualize all day long, but if you don't connect thought with personal action, nothing happens.
So the thought creates the opportunity or brings it near, but you have to actually do something to grab it.
That's it. The universe doesn't just drop gold bars in your lap. It might arrange things so you meet someone who offers you a deal, or see an ad for the perfect course, or get an idea for a product. But you have to act on that opportunity.
So what does this certain way of acting involve? Especially if you feel stuck, like in a job you hate or a place you want to leave?
Rule number 1, act now. Use the people and things in your present environment. Don't wait for things to change or for the perfect opportunity somewhere else. Your current situation is the springboard.
Use what you've got where you are.
Exactly. And the key measure for your day is simple. Do every day all that can be done that day, successfully, efficiently. Don't leave today's work for tomorrow if it can be done today. If you're leaving necessary work undone, you're proving you're not ready for bigger things yet.
But it's not about just being busy.
Right.
They warn against haste.
Definitely not about rushing. Success isn't about how many things you do, but about the efficiency of each separate action. Every act, whether it's writing an email, making a sale, or even just cleaning your workspace, has to be done as a successful act in itself.
How do you do that? How do you make sweeping the floor a successful act?
By putting the power of your whole vision into it. You hold the mental image of your goal, you maintain the faith and purpose, and you perform that small task with the focus and energy of someone who is achieving their goal. You make each act perfect.
Okay, what about if you're an employee? How does this apply? You're not just supposed to work hard to make your boss happy, are you?
No, the motive is crucial. You do excellent, efficient work, not primarily to please the boss who might actually want to keep you right where you are, but with the clear intention of advancing yourself. Your perfect work is creating the cause for your promotion or your move to something better. It's for your increase.
And in dealings with others, say in business, there's an ethical rule there too.
A very strict one. In every single transaction, you must give the other person more in use value than the cash value received from them.
So always give them more than their money's worth.
Always make sure the interaction genuinely benefits them, makes their life better or richer in some way beyond just the product or service. It has to make for more life for both parties involved.
That creates what they call the impression of increase. People feel they gain more by dealing with you.
Exactly. And that feeling naturally draws more people, more business, more opportunities toward you. You become a center of growth.
Okay, and one last point on action. Willpower and emotions.
Right. Use willpower, but only on yourself. Use it to make yourself think the right thoughts and do the right actions. Don't try to impose your will on others or circumstances. And crucially, avoid haste, worry, or fear.
Why no hurry? Sometimes you need to move fast.
Because hurry, in this context, stems from fear, fear of missing out, fear of competition, fear of lack. The moment you rush frantically, you drop back into the competitive mindset and stop being a creator. You need to act efficiently, deliberately, with calm confidence and faith.
Okay, let's try and wrap this all up. This exact science. It starts with accepting this idea of one intelligent, formless substance as the source of everything.
Check. Step 1.
Then you create a very clear, detailed mental image of what you want. Hold it.
With fixed purpose and unwavering faith, mental ownership. Check.
You actively reject all competitive thought, no worrying about lack or other people getting ahead, pure creation focus.
Absolutely. Check.
You cultivate deep, constant gratitude, seeing it as a force that connects you to the source and draws good things to you. Thankful for everything.
The crucial connector. Check.
And finally, you take action, efficient, successful action now in your current environment, doing all you can each day perfectly, always giving more value than you receive.
Connecting thought to action. Check. That's the system.
And the results.
The claim is they are mathematically certain. The riches you receive will be in exact proportion to 4 things: the definiteness of your vision, the fixity of your purpose, the steadiness of your faith, and the depth of your gratitude.
Because by following this, you're aligning with the universe's own desire for increase.
That's the core logic. If you follow this path, the universe has to help you, because by helping you get more life, it's fulfilling its own nature. It's helping itself express more.
Okay, quite a system. So here's a final thought for you, our listener, to consider. Drawn from these ideas, what if perceived failure isn't actually failure? The sources suggest that if something you visualized doesn't show up exactly as planned, it might just mean you haven't asked for enough. That your actions and mindset are actually generating so much forward momentum that something even bigger and better is already on its way to you, requiring a larger vision to receive it. So the question becomes, what bigger, clearer vision might you need to hold right now?